Big crowd of people. Huge crowd of people here to support Donald Trump, pouring in to watch the inauguration ceremony in the Capital One Arena. Yeah, set up here and over there. How you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. It was fun to pass out pamphlets at the hotel there. Everybody was asking for more.
Great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We need to heal America as well. We need to pray for America. We need to make our country great again. We need to take over. The people need to take over to make our country better again. And I hope Trump can help us with that.
Donald Trump for one of the greatest moments of his first presidency, when he went to a country that America has technically been at war with since the 1950s and gave peace a chance. We want to make peace around the world.
You're with Russia, Iran, Brazil instead of EU, traditional American allies.
Yeah, rather than the bankers in London or in Wall Street who are trying to plunge us into poverty, who are trying to hold on to their system rather than trying to build up our economy and economies around the world, making people poorer, degrowing society. We want to stand with the countries of the world that want to build economies.
We need a government of action to fight for working families.
If he could come and set a peace treaty with Israel and Gaza, they can stop massacring and genocide the Palestinian people, I will call him the greatest president in history.
I think that Donald Trump is the man to bridge the gap between China and North Korea and Russia and the U.S.
I hope he is. I mean, when he was in office the first time, he did an amazing thing by visiting North Korea. That was awesome. However, I really didn't like what he did when he murdered Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian leader. I thought that was a huge blunder. It almost brought us to the brink of World War III. And so I'm concerned. I hear a lot of good things coming out of Donald Trump right now. And the fact that the TikTok founder is at the inauguration right now, the fact that he brought peace. Biden was always saying he wanted a ceasefire, but he wasn't able to make it happen. Biden was weak, but Trump was able to force Netanyahu to accept a ceasefire deal.
But I'd love to see, production happen in America again. I'd love to see, solid jobs, right, that aren't these sort of like financial information things, but it's really a stable, solid thing.
We want to hire the China Railroad Company to build high-speed rail across America. We want to work with Russia. We want to build railroads from Alaska across the Bering Sea, etc. Because there's nothing for us to gain in trying to prevent these countries from joining with the world economy.
And I think it should be a partnership. We should hire American workers. We should hire American companies, and it should be a joint operation. For example, nuclear power. I'm a big fan of nuclear power, right? If we're going to get off of fossil fuels, we're not going to get off it with windmills and solar panels. We need to go to something higher, and China is leading the world in fusion energy research right now. That's why China just got helium-3 from the moon, is because they want to do fusion energy research.
It would be good for Americans to be able to trade with them, and if we want the situation in those countries to get better, we should want to trade with them, because there's nothing for us to influence them by trying to beat them down and tell them that they're doing things wrong. We've seen that doesn't work.
Kamala was a good choice, you know what I'm saying? And then they play the identity politics too much. That's really getting played out in 2025. Identity politics, trying to play the white and black game, divide and conquer. We live in the internet state. That's played out. That's very played out.
We need a more stable economy and society that's good for families, right? That's good for business, and not one that is just totally chaotic.
Maybe joining the BRICS economy, not trying to keep them in poverty. Keeping them in poverty keeps Americans in poverty. We need to be building the economy of the world.
This idea that smaller is better, and that it's better if we have less, and we just we just got to go back to nature and all that. That's pessimistic, horrific Malthusian thinking. Growth is the answer. Human beings are always inventing and reinventing our way we've interacted with our environment. Ants have been making their ant farms the same way for thousands of years. Beavers have been making their beaver dams the same way. But just 5,000-6,000 years, human beings have gone from hunter-gatherers in the woods to space travel and iPhones. Human beings are amazing. We have creative power that is amazing. And now is not the time to be pessimistic. We need to believe in growth.
So you're not concerned about climate change or anything like that?
I think climate change is certainly a concern, but the answer is to go higher, right? If fossil fuels aren't working out, we need to get something better than fossil fuels. The answer is not to go backward. Human beings never go backward.
Should we let Iran get the nuke?
Iran has said several times that they do not want nuclear bombs. Do I think that they should be allowed to have peaceful nuclear energy? Absolutely, and they've been completely compliant with, with nuclear non-proliferation treaty. Unlike some of our allies, like Israel.
They're trying to arrest Donald Trump, all the fake charges, indictments on him, the attempt assassination. I think all that plays with the common people. The common people ain't stupid. And then, we love the term fake news. I never heard a president describe the news like that.
The overwhelming majority of the American people do not want a new war. Yet the criminals like Biden and the neocons, etc., have been trying to push for wars around the world to hold on to their dying system. Only peace will make America great again.
People are not fooled. They got fooled with Obama. Most of my people say, "Oh, you fooled me with Obama. You won't fool me again."
It's like when they interview Kamala and she goes, what are you going to do different from Biden? And she says, nothing. Like a total softball. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to change anything. So people are like, yeah, no.
Who will help to dismantle the deep state that is oppressing not only Americans but the people of the world. We need to be developing our economy, not tearing it down with degrowth and destruction. Only peace will make America great again.
If we were still burning wood to heat our homes, we would have deforested the planet many, many times over. But we don't. Now we start burning coal, now we burn fossil fuels. We're reinventing our relationship with nature. That's the nature of humanity.
The neocons who are in opposition to Trump, the John Boltons, etc., they have said that, if Trump comes into office, that'll be the end of NATO. Well, I think that would be a great thing. What do we have to gain by arming countries in Europe, continuing to fund their militaries so that they can have free healthcare and our citizens can go and die on the steps of a hospital? It's completely unfair and stupid.
Donald Trump, he can't be president again because there's only 2 terms allowed in the Constitution. However, he wants to be remembered as a great leader. That's what Donald Trump wants to be remembered as. So to be a great leader, he needs to stand up to Wall Street, he needs to stand up to the war makers, he needs to fight for working families here in America.
What would you say to the people who call Trump a fascist, say that we're in danger of losing our democracy?
I think they just don't have any historical perspective to know what they're saying. I mean, that's just factually untrue.
Do you think Donald Trump can bring peace to Korea? Can he bring peace to Korea? Do you support the banner? You like it?
Hope that President Trump can contribute to denuclearize North Korea and talk to Kim Jong-un and have some, the conversation and then bring the peace on the Korean Peninsula.
Yeah, you're happy to see this?
Yeah.
The masses of the people in their millions are the makers of history, not the elites on Wall Street, not the Bidens of the world, the neocons who want to keep you poor so that they can stay rich. Only peace will make America great again.